mishaps. So I have two beauty mishaps. The first one was when we were in Miami for Art Basel. I was wearing this dark purple lipstick, and we went out and we were at some club or something, and I couldn't find any of my friends. But I ran into some guy I knew from New York, and he went to go kiss me, but he was a little bit too close to my lips, so I leaned back and said, like, be careful because I'm wearing dark lipstick. But because it was such a loud club, all he could see me doing was so he grabbed my face and just started kissing me. And then I finally got away, thank God. I had a purple mustache all night, dark purple, and nobody told me.
I didn't see it until the very end of the night.
Yeah, and then there's all these photos, and I'm like with Reggie Bush and all these like football players, and I have a purple mustache.
Fake purple.
The second one was the first time I ever got a spray tan. I was at home in Boston and I got one, but I was too embarrassed to tell my brother that I got one. I don't know why. And so
because brothers are so mean and make fun of anything you do.
Exactly. He would
We're looking at you, Sam and Dan.
Yeah.
Meanies.
I got a spray tan. I went with my mom and I came home, but it was still not dry. And for some reason, my brother decided to spray me with the hose instantly when I got out of the car. Oh. And so he sprays me like, shh. And then all of a sudden I'm like, no! And I look down and my tan just starts running. He's like, what's happening? And so it dripped and then dried. So, and it was stuck like that for like 2 weeks. I had tan drips down my whole body.
Fail.
Yeah, major fail.
Weirdest job. Actually, our weirdest job we can't tell you.
Secret. It's a secret.
It's a secret. This is a little too risque for this channel. But our second weirdest job, we got hired to style a music video, and they hired us immediately, and we didn't know why, but it was because we dressed really gothic and were super pale and wore a lot of metal necklaces and like blacked out eyeliner. Mm-hmm. And the director told us that it was shot 24 hours in a funeral home, so aesthetically, we worked out for him.
We looked like dead people.
We looked like zombies.
Yeah.
So we took the job, and it was like, I don't know, I would say like midnight during filming, and the prop stylist came up to us and was like, oh, you two are putting your heads through the wall? And we're like, no, oh sorry, we're just doing wardrobe. She's like, no, I just looked at the breakdown, you're putting your heads through the wall. And she walked us to the prop shrine that she had made with 2 little holes cut in the wall for us to stick our heads through and be taxidermy heads during one of the scenes. We agreed to be backup dancers, but we did not agree to be dead deer heads on the wall.
We did it though.
Funniest thing ever. It was like, yeah, 2 or 3 hours because we were laughing so hard. We weren't allowed to blink. We were not allowed to move.
I could just see Abigail from the corner of my eye with her head sticking out of a wall. Impossible not to laugh.
And we ended up getting more airtime than like half the band because the director thought it was such a funny clip. And at one point I turned around and like it wasn't our scene and Emily was asleep on a sandbag.
I was exhausted.
We're like circus freaks. It's not just vlogging here.
Travel fail. We've had quite a few travel fails.
They're all travel fails.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we've gone on one trip that has actually been successful and smooth. We were going to, what was it?
Chicago.
Chicago. So we were on our way to Chicago, or on our way back from Chicago. And I hate flying. So I took a couple Xanax to get on the flight. And so Abigail usually has to like kind of get me onto the plane and, you know, get me through everything. And I get on and we're in our seats. And from the loudspeaker, they're like, can Emily Bache please come to the front of the plane? And I was like, oh my God, they know that I'm on a lot of Xanax. Like, I thought I could get in trouble for that for some reason. In the moment, I was so scared. So Abby was like, just go up, play it cool. And so I go up to the front of the plane, and they were like, did you drop your wallet? And I was like, no. And because I was trying to play it cool. And they were like, I looked at the ID, it's you. And so I was like, yes, and I like went running back to my seat. But apparently I had dropped my wallet through the spot between the like ramp to get on the plane and the plane. So it dropped onto the jetway. Oh, and then right after I got my wallet back, we were sitting with one of our friends who worked on the actual shoot, and I proceeded to take my ginger ale and drop it the whole thing onto his laptop. So I was like, you're never gonna hire us again.
Bizarre New York City happening. It was like a month after Halloween, and Emily and I still had our pumpkins because we try to make that last as long as humanly possible.
We love Halloween.
They didn't even get that moldy. Like, I'm keeping it as long as I can.
Yeah, until it's like almost all white.
Until it looks like, until
It's
it looks like it's
sunken,
melting,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
When it loses its form. We tried to come up with a creative way to get rid of them, because we just are bored all the time and make up weird games. And so we decided we would write little messages all over the pumpkins and throw them into the East River. So we wrote really weird, like, message in a bottle things, and then I, for some reason, decided to put my phone number on one of them. In pen, mind you. It wasn't like a thick permanent marker.
No.
It was just like 508. I'll stop there because I don't want any calls. We went out. We used to live right near the East River, and we went out and launched them. Like, we were doing like alley-oops and like NBA shots.
Yeah, shot puts, like.
Yeah, we were making it pretty epic. And in my head, they were either eaten by some weird sea dragons, or they rotted, or they sunk. But a week later, I get a phone call from a man in Long Island that picked up the pumpkin that washed ashore and wanted to know who the stranger was.
When does this happen?
He wanted to have a full-blown conversation. He's like, I'm here with my kids. I'm like, okay. It was a joke. I'm uncomfortable. Bye. Sorry.
So that's sighting. We went to an art auction a while ago, and when we walked in, we were like, I feel like this is something that the Olsen twins would be at. So, but you never really expect to see them because they're like always hiding and they're never actually out anywhere. So we go to this art event and we're standing there, and I'm looking at my phone, and Abigail is like, oh my god, Mary-Kate Olsen is right next to you. And I was like, oh my god.
All I saw
so
was
cool.
like, from the back was like a short, dwarfy blonde girl in a fur jacket. And I was like, there's no way that's not Mary-Kate Olsen. I just sort of stood there and waited for her to turn around, and then I lost my breath.
So it was her next to us, and we're like, oh my god, and I'm like trying to play it cool and stay on my phone and do whatever. And then Abigail's like, put your phone away. And I was like, what? What's happening? So I put my phone away, and then I realized that the background on my phone is Mary-Kate Olsen. Just because I thought she looked really cool and fashiony. It was like fashion inspo.
Like a paparazzi shot while she's standing next to us, and it was like, doo, doo, doo. And then later that night, we were literally so hyped up that we made up a dance. Which we used to do in high school or middle school.
Alright, so we've spilled all of our secrets.
But not really at all. That's just scratching the surface.
Many more to go.
Yeah. If you guys have any funny questions, we're open books. So you better tweet us or find us on Periscope.
Or you can write them in the comments below.
Yeah.
And give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure to follow us at WanderLust Girls. And
Subscribe.
subscribe.